This is Marketing Made Easy for HR Consultants, the show that helps HR experts build a predictable pipeline of premium paying clients without expensive ads, constant posting, or endless networking. I'm your host, Nick Paninsky, author of The Complete Guide to Building a 70k HR Consultancy and creator of the Client Control Method, helping HR professionals grow with clarity, confidence, and control. Let's get into today's episode. Hello there, and welcome back to another episode of Marketing Made Easy for HR Consultants with me, Nick Paninsky. Today, I want to talk about something that keeps a lot of HR consultants stuck. Effectively, why your business feels harder than it needs to be and how to make things dramatically simpler and more predictable. So if you're posting on LinkedIn, doing a bit of networking, delivering great work, yet still not getting consistent leads and clients, it's not your ability, it's not because HR is crowded, and it's not bad luck. It's because most consultants are running their business on random tactics instead of a simple structure. And when the inputs are random, the results are random. So let's dig into this, because once you understand it, everything is going to change, I promise you. Now, most HR consultants are doing what they've been told to do, or what they see everyone else do, right? They post on LinkedIn, go networking, ask for referrals, keep busy. And yes, those things can help. But here's the uncomfortable truth. A lot of HR consultants are busy, but not actually moving forward. So they end up with flat out 1 month, quiet the next, winning a project, then straight back to zero. It's exhausting, it's emotional, it's unpredictable. And worst of all, it feels like it's their fault, like they're missing something, like everyone else is getting it except them. I don't know if this sounds familiar to you. If it does, I want to reassure you that it's not that you are doing anything wrong. It's just the fact that you're operating without a simple system. And I know this because I've been there, right? When I started out, when I went first self-employed, I thought business was just do lots of stuff and something will stick. So I did it all, right? I did everything. All this stuff. I posted on LinkedIn without a plan. I even tried going on Instagram for a little while. I went to a few networking events here and there. I tweaked my website constantly. And then, I delivered one-off projects with the hope that more would come, that I would eventually hit that point where the referrals just came flooding in. I was the effective poster child for activity equals progress. But it wasn't progress, right? It was chaos disguised as effort. And every time I won a client, I'd think, yes, here we go. Then the project finished and I was back at zero. No pipeline, no predictability, no control. Just that constant stomach tightening feeling of, where's the next client coming from? I was miserable. It was miserable. And eventually I had a realization that changed everything. Random tactics lead to random results, and you can't build a business on random results. That's when I stopped trying to do more and started trying to do the right things consistently. And I started asking a better question. How do I bring clients into my world reliably every month? Not how do I post more, how do I get lucky, who can refer me, but how do I build a business I can trust? And that question was this turning point, because the answer wasn't go networking more or be online every day. The answer was build a system that gets leads, that gets conversations, that gets clients. And once I started thinking that way, everything became calmer, clearer, and easier. And that's what I want to help you to see today. Now, if you're a HR consultant, randomness often looks like this: saying yes to any brief. So policies, an investigation, some sort of employment law update, whatever it is. Work is work, right? Then you'll be posting those generic HR tips on LinkedIn that other HR people like. Perhaps you're in an engagement pod together, but your ideal buyer, they ignore them. Then you'll update your website every few weeks because you're hoping that a new strapline equals new clients. You go networking, collect those cards, but don't have a structure for putting those conversations into clients. You rely on referrals, and when people say, let's keep in touch, you hope that they turn magically somehow into paid work. And then you send those proposals for one-off bits of work and start from zero again next month. And what happens? Your pipeline resets all the time, every 30 days, whatever it is. And you keep charging day rates because you don't have a steady demand. Some months you're flat out, other months you're twiddling your thumbs. When clients land, confidence goes up. When things go quiet, confidence crashes. You never feel in control because you're never sure if or when the next client will arrive. And that roller coaster isn't because you're doing the wrong stuff. It's because you're doing the right things in the wrong order with no structure underneath. As I said, random inputs, random outcomes. Now, the HR consultants who grow calmly, they aren't louder, they aren't luckier or better connected. They just have a better process, a better system. They know how new people find them, how interest turns into a conversation, how conversations become clients. They've been around the block, right? They have this simple, predictable, repeatable system. They don't think about going networking to every event under the sun. They don't think about posting more on LinkedIn to be consistent. They don't think about having a bigger audience. They don't worry about being salesy. They just focus on those few levers that they know matter. And when you know what levers are there for that will drive the change for you, you stop flapping around and you start growing with confidence. And for a HR consultancy, growth comes down to just three things: leads, new relevant people entering your world each week; conversations, books conversations with those people where you are understanding their world and making presentations to them; and then finally, clients, retainers and projects at the right fee. Now, if something doesn't increase one of those numbers, it's optional. It's not urgent. It's not important. It's optional. So when you stop obsessing over likes, impressions, and start focusing on leads, conversations, and clients, like we were talking about the other week when we were talking about laps, those 4 numbers that you need to focus on, when you figure all that out, your business becomes quiet, calm, predictable, and profitable. No more running around, no more panic posting, no more "I hope this works." Just a small set of actions that move you forward every month. And that's the shift. When you understand what drives leads, what drives clients, what drives sales, that's when things will change for you. So here's what I want you to hear. Growing your consultancy isn't about doing more. It's about doing the right things consistently inside a simple system. And once you have a reliable way for the right strangers to raise their hand and want to talk to you, you stop chasing work and you start choosing work. That's the difference between a stressful job you've built for yourself and a business you can trust. And when that system is in place, everything stabilizes. Pricing, confidence, opportunity, income. You're not at the mercy of luck anymore. You are in control. Now, there is a simple way to build this, and it doesn't require being loud online. It doesn't require being posting every day. It doesn't require a huge network. It doesn't require any fancy marketing. All you need to get more leads, more clients, more sales, more profits is just that straightforward process of bringing strangers into your world and making it easy for them to talk to you. And now I'm going to walk you through this approach step by step at my free event on the 2nd of December. It's called One Funnel, Endless Leads. And if you've been relying on referrals, networking, posting and praying and hope, this event will show you a calmer, more controlled way to build your consultancy. Something you can measure, something you can improve, and something you can rely on. So if this resonates with you and you're thinking, yep, this makes sense, random tactics aren't working, I don't have that consistent client base, those consistent leads, those consistent sales, I want something more reliable, then register for the event. 2nd of December, it's free, and it might genuinely change how you think about your business forever. In fact, it will genuinely change how you think about your business forever. The link is in the show notes. Grab your seat. I would love to see you there. So thanks for listening along. I hope it's been useful for you. And as ever, get marketing, because without marketing, there's no sales. And without sales, there's no business. So get marketing. Hey there, and thanks for listening to the Marketing Made Easy for HR Consultants podcast. If you've enjoyed the show, then please consider taking a minute to help us grow by sharing the episode with a friend or colleague, or by leaving a positive review on podchase.com. And make sure to hit subscribe so you don't miss out on any of the upcoming episodes if you haven't done so already. I've been your host, Nick Kaminsky, and if you've got any questions or you want to know more about today's topic, then feel free to reach out to me on LinkedIn. I'd be delighted to hear from you. See you next time.